Peace, family. I hope you guys are happy and healthy and doing well. Welcome to our November garden tour. I'm super excited to see you guys. I know it's been a while. My kids, they weren't feeling well. I've got a show coming up. If you guys don't know, I am a jeweler, and so I make jewelry. I'm a ladysmith with fire and saws and soldering and all that kind of stuff and crystals. So I'll put my information below about that. But anyway, I've been busy doing that, busy taking care of kiddos, but I'm excited to be in the garden with you guys today. So let's start in the front yard. Okay, you guys, this might be a climbing rose, I don't know. This is the rose that I got from Aldi for $7, and I'm happy that I caught it today for you guys because look how gorgeous. And I can show you guys more pictures. Why does it look blurry? Okay, y'all, I'm hoping this is better. I don't know why. There we go. I'll insert some pictures because it makes some lovely roses, and they change color over time, so it'll get a little more yellow and then more pink. So anyway, let's go. Okay, so on this side, well, we can check out the stuff we just planted first. Well, this is my indigo. I planted this a while ago, and it's just starting to spread out and have these new little stalks, so I guess that's doing well. This is a snapdragon. It did bloom since we planted it, and y'all can see I still need to weed and mulch up here. This is the rose that I moved, the yellow rose. It has bloomed since it got moved. Our rosemary is doing well since it was moved. This is my white rose that is about to bloom. So I think he is happy here. Still gonna pull these two bushes out. Y'all, look at this. Look how the hibiscus is looking. Like, why would you look like this after starting to produce? I don't know. It's just hanging low. Up under that, looks like my yarrow is coming back strong, which I'm very happy about. I'm starting to run out of yarrow in my house because I use it for fevers and headaches. And like I said, my kids were feeling sick. I had some dried in the house. So anyway, this other hibiscus is still looking pretty healthy, so we are banking on him. It's hard for me to lean over and show y'all. We banking on you, baby. We believe in you. You can do it. Oh yeah, I forgot I still have ginger under here. I'm not gonna pull this ginger out, so this will just, I guess, die back when it gets real cold and then come back in the spring. And same for that ginger. That's right there. I'm just gonna leave it there. Yeah, I'll leave it there. All right, let's go over here. This ginger already died back. It'll probably come back, or maybe not, who knows. I do have some tiny chamomile starting to sprout out. There's one. There's another one here. And a few more right there, so that's exciting. This is black turmeric. I am not pulling this one out. I'm leaving it here until next fall. These jasmine are looking beautiful. They are vining out. I really want to get like a pretty trellis or something to let them maybe climb up the side of the wall. I think that would be really lovely. Let's go around this other side and we can look at the turmeric. So you guys did pull this turmeric up with me. I replanted it. I just dropped these leaves here. I'm gonna mulch soon, so the leaves will be covered up by mulch. But you can see it's already taken. It's doing well because it's trying to make a new leaf, and that's all I wanted to do, is get established enough for me to put some nutrients down and mulch. and for it to pop back out in the spring. So I'm very happy to see that. And I also plan on pulling this bush out and probably putting something medicinal there. So let's go to the backyard and see what's popping back here. I never just walk you guys with me like this. This is the side that I can't fill up with food. My husband's like, what if we have to bring stuff in and out, which we do all the time. But I might get a slither of that side. We shall see. But let's start on a different side. So this stackable planter needs to be fully redone. This is nothing but weeds. I did have strawberries. You can see I still have runners and stuff, but they died. Had a strawberry right there. They died. So the only thing that is here is this cilantro. I did plant this and then I forgot because it didn't sprout when I thought it was going to. But here it is now. And that's the thing that I'm learning more about seeds, is like not so much your timing. I feel like the seeds know when it's time, if I could be honest. I'll show y'all another plant that demonstrated that to me in my garden. This is the stevia, looking like, girl, why haven't you cut me? But it's gonna go down to 40 degrees tonight, so I'm probably gonna trim the stevia back. So last time it was leaning this way, now it's leaning that way, and we still eating it. So I know I need to do maintenance on it, but that's okay. This is the Bees Balm. I use this for tea all the time. These are transfer walking onions. I'm going to be coming through very soon and just remulching, probably putting rabbit poo and some stuff there and then covering it up for the cold weather. This is a snapdragon that I want to plant here. That's why it's sitting there. This is my, I always forget the name of this. Is it celeriac? I think. No, it's not. And I always think it's that. Culantro. This is culantro. It's kind of like, tastes like cilantro. So when I don't have any, I use that. There's nothing in there. Nothing in there. These are my strawberries. I'm thinking about moving them. They're just now starting to look like something alive. And I'm thinking of moving them to mommy's house under her peach tree. So if I do that, I'll take y'all along with me. They struggled right here all year. And it was pretty hot for them. There's nothing in the other two, so I need to be filling those in. These are recent transfers. Y'all, I showed y'all when I got those plant starts, but it took me a while to get some of them planted. And I want to demonstrate to you guys why it's important to get your plant starts planted, because this broccoli was the first one that I planted. I got them all at the same time. And then these are the last ones that I planted, and you can see how they look. They're still small. They haven't gotten fully established yet. And that's okay. I'm going to be kind to myself. Like I said, I have a lot going on. But I do want to show you guys, the quicker that you get your plant starts planted, the quicker they can start getting established and growing and producing for you. So, and the quicker I start taking better care of them, I try to get rid of the bugs before I move them. But as you can see, they still kind of have a little bit of holes and stuff. But once they move out into the garden, I'm really able to monitor them every day when I water. This is a thyme plant start that I just put in here as well. So I hope these grow well for me. These were potatoes that I just tried out and they grew, and I'm gonna leave them until the spring. So yeah, I'm just gonna leave that like that. This is another one of the broccoli plant starts, planted earlier than the ones that I just showed you, but later than this big one. And then a parsley. That's the HEB parsley. I think this is the HEB onions. And then that is the biggest broccoli. Look how beautiful. It's doing well. It's looking lovely. So I'm grateful for that. This is that pepper that I thought was stunted. It finally started to grow a little bit. So I'm grateful for that. I might just cover it up when it gets cold. We'll see. This is my pineapple ground cherry. It's so funny. It took me forever this season to get one to grow. And now that it's fall, I have a pineapple ground cherry. So I hope we are able to let these go ahead and produce. If you've never grown these before, they turn kind of like paperish and then they fall off on their own when they're ready. If you get them before that, they're kind of sour, so you don't want to do that. So hopefully we get some of those. I'm excited, and I'll try to save some seeds as well. I'm going to step back so you guys can see the grape that really needs more support. That's just something else I need to work on, because as you can see, if he doesn't have support, he will just go all over everybody else, which is what he's doing. And you know, it's all the way back there on the greenhouse, so I'll show you. But it's healthy, and that's all we can ask for. So I'm not complaining. Grape, if you're listening, I'm not complaining. I love you. Up under it, I have some oregano back there. And then this is the Ghana basil that's also planted in there. And it's just probably reaching out trying to get his sun. So let me back up for this Ethiopian kale. You guys, we're eating this kale. I don't think I planned it well, obviously, because it's planted in a grow bag. If you guys can see, the kale is coming out of this grow bag. There's some garlic in there too. It's been there, I think, since last fall. And I tried to stake it, and the stake didn't work, and I just let it do this, and now it's like a bush. It's like an Ethiopian kale bush, and that's not what I wanted, but we're eating it, you know, and I'm propagating it. So I'm trying to propagate it, get a few more plants to take to mommy's house to spread around the garden with a little more support before I try to like cut it back a lot. But we're eating it, and that's the point. So okay, let me step back because the corn looks crazy and surprising, right? I'm surprised. This corn stalk is still alive. This corn stalk is still alive. And that one back there, I think, is still alive too. Some of them are definitely dead. This is a very windy, it's a very, very windy tour, guys. I hope you guys don't mind. I do think growing the beans with it helps the corn grow, but I also don't think I like how the pole beans are wrapped around it, because I'm not waiting for this to produce. It's November. I didn't even think these were gonna live that long. I was just kind of experimenting. But if they were trying to, I don't know, I guess I feel like this would be choking out where the little tassels and stuff are supposed to come through. But y'all tell me. I mean, I'm still new. This is my first time doing this like this. Well, I did it at mommy's house and we didn't have a problem. I don't know. We'll see. Comment below. So these are my cabbages. These are all radicchio cabbages. They were planted at different times, the seeds. These seeds were actually planted in the spring and I never moved them, so they could be stunted. These seeds were planted in the fall. They're growing slowly, but that's how things do in the fall, so we shall see. Oh, by the way, these beans are starting to produce. I didn't mention that. So that's good. I mean, I'm happy. I'm learning, you know. If I don't eat something, I'm going to learn something. This is another one of those broccolis. Feeling good, feeling great. I'm about to close this up, or keep it closed a little more than I have. I moved a lot of stuff that was in here into the garage, and I guess I could probably go show y'all the garage as well if we have enough time. But I've got a bunch of cuttings here. I've got Cuban oregano cuttings. I have been sharing these. People want to do Cash App or trade. I don't mind shipping you rooted cuttings of Cuban oregano. I try to pack them nice and healthy for you. And then I also have Okinawa and longevity spinach cuttings as well. And then here is one of my Ethiopian kale cuttings, and that's the other one right there. So they look healthy so far. I have some black turmeric in the garage, but I also have this one. And these two need to move into a bigger pot, and they'll probably just stay in here kind of covered up. I also have more Cuban oregano. That's for like people who are local who would like one. They can go ahead and get one in a pot. And then I have some seeds that I planted for me and mommy, mostly all kinds of kale. She's like, I need kale, kale, kale. So I planted a lot of kale. Kale and mustards and chard. So that's what's up with that. Over here, this is one of the turmerics that I replanted. So I'll hope for that to pop out in the spring. The loofah is loofahing. It's all over everything. I need to cut it back again. But I'm also very grateful because it has huge loofahs on there. I think I'm actually going to get some good dry loofah and some good seeds this year. So I'm super excited. Before I get into that, though, let me show you. Today we're probably going to get some of these kumquats off of here. And I heard they're sweet. So I will let you guys know. Maybe we'll record a taste test. But look at the loofah. It's going everywhere. That's why I can't not mention it. Because it's everywhere. This used to be Maya. It's just growing. I don't take care of it. So my yerba mate is back there. Feeling good, feeling great. And so is my key lime. So I will get in here, y'all, and cut the loofah back off of everybody. I hope you guys can see I have loofahs in here. And there's some big ones too. They're pretty big. So I'm so happy. I'm grateful. I needed to plant it earlier than I did last year. And so that was the secret. My okra is still in here too, if y'all can see him. I'm just kind of leaving the okra there to save seeds. There's another loofah back in there. This was my sriracha pepper plant. I don't think it's going to produce anymore. Maybe a little too shaded out by the loofah. Same with my poor bush beans. I feel like they want to be great, but it's just not, it's not happening. My jalapeno, on the other hand, looks very happy and healthy. I'm seeing peppers start to come back, and so I'm excited about that. And this is the loofah stock. That's where it is actually planted and coming out of, sorry about that. I was trying to step over the loofah and almost tripped. There's another one. So coming around. Oh, how about we go this way? We'll go this way. I still have plant starts. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm just not gonna lie to you. I got cocoa core everywhere. I need to move. This is my Vicks plant. I was also using that while my kids were sick, steaming their little faces. So that is a great one to have. Aloe vera that needs to be moved. This baby needs to be moved. This is one of my favorite planters, y'all. This is my favorite. It's such a good planter. It's full of walking onions. They just keep walking. I started with one. This is my Ghana basil. And this piece was actually a cutting that I just cut off the Ghana basil that I planted at mommy's house and brought over here. More walking onions. And you can see, you can pluck you out a good onion, you know, and eat it. Just leave one. And you'll keep having walking onions. Like, what a blessing. The sweet potatoes that I found, again, are under there. Citronella is there. This one is going to go in the house. This is a fern that my mom gave me. This is my Vicks plant. So the one that's over there broke. It like fell and broke out of here. And a piece was still in here. So now I have two, which is exciting. And this is a volunteer cilantro. I kept saying I was going to move it. I don't know if I should move it. Y'all think I should move it or just leave it be? Y'all see I haven't cut the grass right here because the cilantro's there. So let me know. I'm just so excited when I accidentally grow food. I don't want to mess with it. Okay, guys. So it's supposed to get down to like 40 degrees tonight. And I think it's going to be okay. It went down to 35 and the loofah's still going. So I'm going to leave them on there. I want them to get dry and see if I can get really good seeds and really good sponges. If, however, it gets to the point where it's going to get real cold, I'll take them off and try to see if I can dry them in the house. Sometime next year, I will probably try to taste them young, because you can eat them young, but I really want to sponges. My goal with this garden is to straight eliminate some stuff that I purchase, and that's what I'm trying. I don't want to buy sponges. Like, I'm so for real, I'm not playing. Okay, love these. Love these. I think I got these roses on our anniversary, and look who else loves them. Can y'all see them? Hello, baby. So love those. These need to be planted. Those are some greens. These greens have already been planted. I pulled the cantaloupe out of here because something bit one of the cantaloupes and the other one split in the rain, so it was just basically taking up space then. My purple basil is beautiful. We've been eating that. My calendula is coming back, so that's exciting. I've got my carrot still here. I put it here to go to seed, so I'm gonna let it do what it do and see if it'll go to seed. I wanted to tell you guys again about the seeds, knowing when it's time to pop out. This pepper plant, this is a bell pepper plant from a bell pepper from the store, and I kind of purposely accidentally planted it. I planted this in the winter time. I was burying food scraps because y'all know I would dig a hole and bury a bunch of food scraps, and at the top I put a few pepper seeds, and a few of them sprouted, and this is one of them, and it sprouted when it was time. I kind of still thought it was a little cold outside, but it sprouted, and it was the biggest pepper plant in my yard. So there you go. More loofahs. The loofah really is a beast. When I get more space, he will have more space. This is my witch hazel. Witch hazel does not need to go inside for the cold. It is flowering. I'm happy it's flowering because you can see it barely has any leaves. This was recently transplanted, but I guess it's doing well if it's making flowers, so I'm going to let it do what it do. This is my pineapple guava from seed. It looks beautiful. It's cold hardy, so it won't have to go anywhere. I just have to cut the loofah off of it, just like I have to get the loofah off of my baby's house. Those are canna lilies. Look at my elderberry, y'all. He's happy now. As long as I keep the loofah off of him, he is happy now. This is the black turmeric that I decided to leave. Once it dies all the way back, I'll probably still throw a little compost on top, probably some rabbit poo, and then I'll just let it come back out in the spring. The birds have been really loving this bird bath. I do need to clean it, but the birds love it. They don't care if it's dirty or not. This aloe vera is beautiful. I use it all the time, and it thrives on neglect. This is a replanted turmeric. Not sure if it's black or orange. I finally got around to moving my lemongrass, y'all, and I have been using this in tea, and it is absolutely amazing. I love it. I'm going to redo this pot. You see, the loofah has found a new trellis to climb. I'm going to redo this pot. I'm going to save my oregano from these weeds, okay? Save the oregano and redo this whole pot. Like, dig everything out, see? Because what is all that? What is all that? That's too much. Replanted turmerics. Those will pop out in the spring. These are wild onions. Y'all, I don't know if you've noticed, but I really favor perennials and things that come back, especially onions and stuff like that, alliums and the chives and all that, because I don't know if it's just me or just me being a new gardener, onions are not that easy for me to grow. So I like these types that just come back when it's time for them to come back. Diva Jones sent me these wild onions, so they're popping back out. I did have walking onions over there, but I think they died all the way out. I'm not totally sure. I just keep pulling the grass out over there and hoping for the best. This is a leaf of life plant. It loves being tucked in right there, and that's about it for that. We'll step back so y'all can see the peach tree. The peach tree has lost lots and lots of leaves. They do that. They go dormant. They do need chill hours, so it will be perfectly happy with the cooler weather. And you can see my husband is doing an air layer. Is that what you call it? I think so. He's going to make roots, and then we're going to cut that piece off. And we're going to do a few more of those and trim this tree, and maybe we'll show you guys when we do more of that. The comfrey is coming back up under there, looking lovely. I'm excited. My echinaceas are beautiful. They're absolutely beautiful. And I was coming out here and I was using these when my kids were not feeling well. So I'm grateful to have all these medicines in my garden. I replanted a yarrow from the front back here. I do think some of my seeds will pop out too, probably in the spring, because I think yarrow has to be cold stratified. But this one looks like it is taking, and I'm excited. I did want to make sure that I had this medicine to continue to grow in my garden. I didn't want that hibiscus to smash it out in the front. Okay, so I've got a bunch of carrots growing. I'm excited, even though Teddy is the carrot killer and he keeps trying to murder my garden. I am triumphant, okay? And I am growing carrots. Anyway, I've also been adding, like right here, I added a bunch of food scraps, a bunch of dry leaves, comfrey, more dry leaves there, and just been watering that in. That stuff I'm hoping will break down for later on. I do think I'm going to try to cover this bed up to keep these alive and to keep Teddy out of here. I'm thinking that's what I'm going to do. So it's mostly carrots in here. There's chives back there. These two are Lesia peppers. My peppers are coming back. They're coming back strong, and I do think that they have time to do that. So I'm excited about that because it's not that cold. Y'all know I get cold easy. But for the plants, it's not that cold yet. This one is I think it's a sweet Thai basil. Yes. Sweet Thai basil and another pineapple ground cherry. It must be the time. It must be the time for the pineapple ground cherries. I think so. And more carrots back there. This is my other comfrey. This one is starting to spread too. I just got a baby out of here. I hope it takes root, and then I'll be able to either move it to another garden or make it available for a gardener who wants one. And here I have my fish pepper. It doesn't seem to be growing very well. That's all right. But my nasturtium looks happy. And then I tried to do carrots back here too, but those seeds were old, so maybe they were a little too old. I think this might be a cranberry hibiscus that got knocked over and started growing anyway, but I'm not sure. But y'all know I love to grow like deeply colored stuff, and this is just pretty to me, so I left it there. This tomato is still alive. I keep trimming it. It's in that grow bag, and I just keep trimming it, and this is its trellis. I need to pull this down. I came to pull it down before, but there's a wasp nest in it, so we need to get rid of the wasp nest first before I start jerking on that, because they gonna get mad at me for doing that. Otherwise, they really don't bother me. I walk past here all the time and they're fine. This is more turmeric. I just hope to have medicine all over my garden, if y'all can't tell. So turmeric is going to be everywhere. This is another bed that is full of carrots. This is my basil. It just started looking crazy recently, so maybe I don't think this basil is loving the cold, it's not cold, but it is getting chillier. It is starting to feel like fall. So y'all know the wind blowing, I be cold. This is my cilantro. It's doing well. More carrots. I tried to plant another row after Teddy ran up and through here, so we'll see if that comes up. This is where I was trying to see if the garlic was gonna pop out, but I don't think it is. So thinking about things to do right here. You can see there are new footprints here. My husband is gonna have to do something else with that gate, make it a little stronger, because I'm tired of Teddy's ass. All right, this is the Cuban oregano. It still looks good. I think I'm gonna get another harvest off of it, and I still have to show you guys my Cuban oregano cough syrup, which I was working on that video. I had new seeds planted here, and I guess Teddy just don't want me to be great. And that's what it boils down to. That's what it boiled down to. So there's the celery that's still alive. We got some beans that are still alive. I was hoping to grow enough bush beans to can. I don't think I'll be able to do that until the spring, but I am definitely going to eat fresh or freeze or whatever I can do with the ones that do produce. This is stevia. This is one that Auntie gave us, and it's going to seed, and I'm wanting the seeds to just fall in here. Can y'all see that? I want the seeds to fall in here. I want more stevia. My kids love stevia. I don't want the stevia to die. All right, deal. Here go the deal, y'all. So you can see this one, we forgot to cut it down. It's growing back. And then this one is going to seed. So, whew. It's really quite lovely though. It's really pretty to watch it grow. And we like to like walk under it. Yeah, like that. Woo, somebody is eating. I just saw this with y'all. I ain't even about to try to. Ooh. They done snuck up in here on me. That's all right though. And this basil is not getting as much sun now. The dip between the dill and the weather getting a little bit, you know, the days getting shorter and stuff. I don't think it's feeling it. I think it likes a little more warmth than that. The Okinawa spinach, on the other hand, baby, it's your time to shine. I'm about to make some salad, probably some shrimp salad with that today. So super excited about that. This little kale been getting eaten up, and I didn't save him because I was like, he's the sacrificial kale, but not that one. So I gotta get up on that. I got another Okinawa spinach looking good. And my beans, again, they trying to bush bean. But Teddy out here, he did, y'all can see these big old footprints. He did run through here before as well. So some of the beans, you know, are not doing as well as they could be. But we do have bush beans in here, so I'm grateful for that. This is another black turmeric. This one got broken off earlier in the year, and I just planted it right there. That is lamb's ear. I'm gonna try to see if I can get a few pieces off of that and spread it very soon. This is chocolate mint. That is my peppermint. It will come back. It's already coming back a little bit. I'm gonna cut it back a lot and throw some compost in there. I just planted shampoo ginger in here, but I'm not expecting it to pop out until the spring. I actually still need to cover that up with some type of mulch. And then I have replanted ginger here. Yes. And booyah! That is our November garden tour. We're still eating out of the garden. Stuff is still growing. It's still green. I'm a little cold, so I'm not out here as much. Also, like I said, I'm a jeweler, so this is my season too, to work and do shows and stuff. So thank you guys so much. Ooh, y'all can't even see. For coming to our November garden tour. I hope you are doing well. I hope you are happy and healthy, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace. Family, I almost forgot to show y'all the ones in the garage. Y'all have to excuse the garage, it's being worked on. But my avocado is here. Soursop is here. Like I said, I have a few turmerics. I got a Cuban oregano cutting. My star fruit is in here. My new key lime that my friend gave me is in here. This papaya is here, the noni. This is my pink guava that I'm growing from seed. And then back there is my pink lemon that I'm growing from seed. And there's another turmeric. A snake plant, that needs to move in the house. We're going to separate that and move it in the house. So these are the things that I felt like were frost tender and I didn't want them to die out. This is all a temporary setup next to my Cab King, my little work station. And that's the light for now. We're getting a tent and it's going to be nicer. So I'll show you guys when we set it up. But thanks for watching. Peace.